Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. Chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And it's McKennie. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's brilliant going in both directions, and he's got an impressive assist tally, and he's got solid defensive numbers too, so he really does make that left side his own, whether he's at left back or as a wing back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Çalhanoğlu! Superb from Çalhanoğlu! About as smooth as it gets. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Gravenberg. Look at the space here. Well seen, saw that coming. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And the finish! He's hit it first time.
Cherki really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Bellingham. Driving forward. Lovely bit of skill. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Bellingham, and it's O'Reilly. Oh, that is a nice touch. Cherki!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Szoboszlai. That's good play. Well played. Important challenge, that. O'Reilly, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. McKennie. And it's DiMarco. Now Mbappe. Now it's McKennie. Romero cuts it out. Bellingham. Casemiro looking to penetrate opposition lines. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Çalhanoğlu puts his foot on the gas. And shifted it to the flank. O'Reilly. Cross flung in towards the middle. That's very neat. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. And it's DiMarco. Great run on the overlap here. Now who's going to be first to this? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Andrik. Andrik tries making a foray down the right, and he's picked it up out wide. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Haaland might just make this. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Haaland. And he welcomes it in. He's got away. Produces a cross. Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Now it's Haaland. That ball looks a good one. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That is good alertness. And the whistle goes for half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
OK, apart from the obvious mishap, it's been a good half. They're still in the driving seat.
Vietnam are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. Here we go again then. Çalhanoğlu. Straight chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Casemiro tries to play it through, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gravenberg. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. This is promising. Is there any support? He might not need it. He is just caressing the ball. Has a shot! Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. The referee's awarded a free kick. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Andrich. Can he get on the end of this? And he shoots!
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
DiMarco. In by DiMarco. Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Número 27, número 16, número 32. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 22, número 8, número 10.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity?
Chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's gone for a throw-in. Grimaldo has it out wide and in space. Alex Grimaldo delivers. Alisson claims it. Safe hands.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Real chance! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Vietnam really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Spread out to the left. Now here's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Vietnam clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's been drilled forward. Haaland is onto it in a flash. Andrik. Cherki. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Mbappe.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some really good ball movement. And a chance! Oh no, has another go! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's straight offside.
Vietnam can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Número 3. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 21.
Now it's Mbappe.
Número 41. Número 17.
Not the most convincing of passes.
Vamos ter 3 minutos
We
de
are into
compensação.
overtime. O'Reilly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's O'Reilly. He's picked his way through. No, that's overhit. Well seen. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Vietnam have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy, Federico Di Marco. He reminds me all the time of a frustrated winger. That position didn't quite work out for him. And now, as a fullback, he can't resist any opportunity to get forward and assist with what's going on up front. He really does add an extra dimension to this attack.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. It's a searching pass. He can run onto that. Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is a brilliant interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Neither side especially adventurous early on. A probing pass. He's through here. He's on it. Can he get away? Quarter of an hour played.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And they're quick to press. That's a good ball out wide. That's good play. And it's Gravenberch. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is... It's a quick one. Where? Oh, nice touch. Where? Gravenberch finds himself offside. Szoboszlai aims beyond the defence. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nice interception, well timed. Bellingham. And it's Andrich. For Çalhanoğlu, looking for a runner. Ndika calmly anticipates. Searching pass he's played there. And it's made its way to him. Casemiro.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
McKennie really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever...
He rises! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, strongly challenged there. That's a sharp pass. McKennie.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Ware cuts it out. Face to face with the keeper. Can he finish? Gravenberg. Cherki. Gravenberg. And Ware. It's a good run down the right. Oh, well played. DiMarco goes forward. Haaland is herring after that one. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Taken back almost at once. Ware carries the ball down the right. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Haaland. Casemiro. McKennie. Shifted it to the flank. DiMarco puts them all in. That has not gone well. And here's DiMarco. Oh, sweet feet. Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He has a look up. DiMarco, who's set up one goal so far. Szoboszlai. And here's the chance to counter. Some good work on the right flank here. And that is expertly dealt with. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Szoboszlai is onto it in a flash. Vietnam still this single goal behind. And it's Ware. Gravenberg. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Vietnam are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Bellingham. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Cherki. Mbappe is onto this. Mbappe. Cross flung in toward. Terrific header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Número 18. Número 27. Número 16. Número 32.
Bellingham.
Vão dar os seus lugares a número 21.
Gravenberg.
Número 9.
And it's Çalhanoğlu.
Número 22.
Nicely shaped ball.
Número
This looks
38.
promising.
Número 10.
Mbappe! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's taking no chances there. And it's Ware. He's in a great position here. Shapes to shoot!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Casemiro. Szoboszlai tries to play it through. Szoboszlai has it in a wide position. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
The referee has given a corner.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição. O número 4 sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 2.
And it's hoisted clear. Now that's a lovely exchange. Grimaldo made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Now he's got space here. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the... Goes for a shot! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Vietnam really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He's shifting through the gears here. Played into the middle.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Foram indicados
2 minutes to be added on. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And he's managed to get rid. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training, and it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
Shot could be on, and a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance. Where? And it's Çalhanoğlu. And here's Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Little pass back. It's a good spell of possession, this. And here's Haaland. Tries to play it through. Turns and goes back. That's a sharp pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Some good work on the right flank here. DiMarco defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Still goalless at the moment. Decent progress down the left. And here's Haaland. Szoboszlai receives it in a good position here. Çalhanoğlu. Good running, strong and purposeful. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Shifted upfield. Oh, easy pickings there. Gravenberg. Looking for a runner. Now, can they get him away? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Vinicius Junior! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Haaland tries to clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance for a shot! It's in! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Vietnam have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, super ball. Cherki, And smartly reclaimed. Mbappe, DiMarco, ball driven towards the far post. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Mbappe, he is onto this. Great chance! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, that's a key interception. Cherki. Nicely spread. Promising position. Cross deflected behind for a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. And he's gone looking for safety. Mbappe looking to penetrate opposition lines. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Vietnam get the second half started.
Vietnam clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Passing nice and neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Where? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Casemiro, who does have an assist to his name. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's McKennie. Oh no circumventing this opponent. Passing is crisp and sharp. Çalhanoğlu. It's a searching pass. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Mbappe. And he's had a hit! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
And he has been fouled there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nice looking ball. Dink through. He has a look up. Big chance! Mbappe! Irrepressible! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're back in front. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Vietnam take the lead. Casemiro. Vietnam have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
What a throw in.
Vai proceder uma substituição. O número 18. Número 7.
And it's Soboslai.
Número 27.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Número 16.
Now here's the delivery.
Número 32. Vão dar o
Casapia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, he's been caught on and he shoots! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Casapia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Played out towards the right wing. That has been cut short.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And the shot! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! He's got himself an absolute peach. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Vai proceder uma substituição. O número 4.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Número 2.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Into the last 5 minutes. Now it's Mbappe. He's having a go!
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, good take and a chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Caicedo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Very nicely done. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. It's a good run down the left-hand side. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well read, nice interception. 5 minutes to add. Bruno Fernandes. Grimaldo has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and look...
Çalhanoğlu! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Çalhanoğlu just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Knocks it into space. Showing good feet. Bellingham, cross to the back post, terrific header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight.
Real chance! They've scored! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean...
And the finish! Distributed tidily. Where tries making a foray down the right. Gravenberg. Vietnam are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Pinches it off him. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Schlotterbeck gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
McKennie. Nice sequence. Goes for a shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has... And the shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe. Good ball, good take. Drives it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gravenberg. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Almost half an hour in now. Now it's Mbappe. Where? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Casemiro. And it's McKennie. And the ball's gone astray. And the shot's on here. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely spread. Where? Gravenberch. Now it's Bellingham. Deftly away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Aims beyond the defence. Haaland is herring after that one. Szoboszlai looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's good play. Backward it goes. Just eases him off the ball. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, easy pickings there. Van Dijk.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
And it's
de
McKennie.
compensação.
Played out to the right. Szoboszlai. Played in deep.
That's good defensive concentration.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he skips past his man. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're into the second 45. Çalhanoğlu. Now Schlotterbeck. Çalhanoğlu. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And he's heaved it away. And it's Gravenberch. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Casemiro, passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to play it through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Szoboszlai is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Great chance here from position A1.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they're...
Çalhanoğlu!
Casapia, they've got away with it this time, but I think if they carry on giving away free kicks in positions like that, I think they'll be made to pay. They've got to be very careful. Just a little more discipline is called for.
Szoboszlai. He's in a good position here. Big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Big header! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Just off target. So, third corner of the game. Soboslai with the short one. Drill. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Great vision. And here's Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Vai proceder uma substituição.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Número 16. Número 32. Vão dar os seus lugares a...
Ended up in no man's land.
Número 8. Número 41. Número 10.
Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Schlotterbeck. Vietnam have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Cherki, and he's gone backward here. Oh, this is a great... Tries a shot! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Gravenberg, and it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Soboslai. Foot in. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Now Schlotterbeck. Chelhanoglu. And Cherki. Where?
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Schlotterbeck. Gravenberg. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Where? Can he get on the end of this? Pings it across. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Passing nice and neat. Soboslai. Soboslai plays it in. Tries to get it clear. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição. O número 3, número 5. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 17, número 38. Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
That's a decent clearance.
Vamos ter
Well,
10
that
minutos
might
de
be that,
compensação.
Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Neatly clipped into space. Now it's Mbappe. Takes a shot! So close, but that's it. The full-time whistle has gone.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Caros espectadores, a vossa atenção. Temos aqui uma criança perdida. Pedimos aos pais da criança com chapéu azul e camisola laranja o favor de se dirigirem às informações. Vai-se proceder uma substituição. O número 4 sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar.
No winner in 90, 30 more to
Vai
come.
acontecer uma substituição.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears here. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Rice couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking for a runner. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Succumbs to the pressure. Fofana. And it's Andrich. And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? He's on it. Can he get... Shot! Surely! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And here's Haaland. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Vinicius Junior. Gravenberg. Decent chance! Sticks it away! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable. And that's it for the first half of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? Vinicius Junior. Now it's Haaland. This looks promising. He's a sharp little ball here. In it comes. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Caicedo. That's Eze. Turns back here, probably the best option. Ambitious ball here. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. The pass has gone astray. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
No, that was never going to make it.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Koundé, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Konate gets over and intercepts. Well seen. And that's it, nothing to separate them. It is penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
120 minutes of action have taken their toll, but have proved inconclusive, and now this is it. So the ball is placed on the spot. Haaland shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. One 0.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Mbappe is the next to run the gauntlet.
Yeah, good pen that.
He just did what he was asked.
Rice is second man up.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
So, the second man in line. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. This to double their advantage. Terrific penalty, unsavable. And that doubles their lead. Vietnam can't afford to miss another one.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
This to put them 2 up. Big character, big moment, big save. He steps up to take the 4th penalty. Vinicius Junior with the last of the first 5 penalties. Oh, Cooley does it.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. It's in. Pick that one out.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. That's a good penalty.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
The margin of error is 0. No! Saved it! And their fate is sealed. Vietnam fall short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Haaland! Oh, Mbappe! Oh, it's come loose. He is just caressing the ball. This looks promising. Fires it in low. Oh, there's the shot! So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And it's Gravenberch. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. McKennie. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. Casemiro wins the duel this time. It's a pretty loose pass. McKennie.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
DiMarco. And Casemiro. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to play it through. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And here's the chance to counter. DiMarco. Now it's Mbappe. McKennie. Now there's a fine ball. Shot at goal! Calhanoglu. Gravenberch. 30 minutes gone. And Cherki. That's good running with the ball. Picked out brilliantly. Chance! Mighty close.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
And that has left him in a heap. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. It is a corner.
they've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well read, nice interception. And it's where? Bellingham. Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Szoboszlai. Çalhanoğlu looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. Vietnam have it back and can go again. McKennie. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Here we go again then. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Schlotterbeck. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Schlotterbeck was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe. Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. That is good alertness. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Caught offside that time. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Mbappe. And it's McKennie. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Haaland. Bellingham defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cherki. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Haaland. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Casapia couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now who's going to be first to this? Knocks it into space. He's on it. Can he get away? Keeper's got good distance on that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mbappe is onto this. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, no question, Jim. The referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Vai-se proceder a uma substituição.
Soboslai, ready to try one.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Número 32. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 21, número 22, número 38, número 10. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
He's gone for goal. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. Mbappe. And a shot! They've done it! And that could well be the winner!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
He's one-on-one! Real chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know. Casapia are stuck in Central Station, and they might find the fast track out wide if they care to look. Casapia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he whips it across. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Vietnam still ahead by the game's only goal. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
The final 5 minutes. Out towards the flank.
Vietnam really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he gets rid in a hurry. Now this could be a chance.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. We are into overtime. And it's made its way to him. Flashes it across.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ndika looking to play him in. There's the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can clear their lines. And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the
Chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that plummets the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he has a shot! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Where? Decent chance! In he goes again! It's there! And they're at it again, in double quick time! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Casemiro. Now it's Mbappe. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. And here's Mbappe. And it's Gravenberch. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got tall. Yes! Again in a trice, and they are soaring. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Taken back almost at once. Vietnam have hit a quick-fire double here. Looking for the run. Casemiro. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And they're quick to press. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a shade up. Oh, what has happened here? Romero. Very nearly half an hour gone here. And here's Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bellingham. Looking to play him in. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for options for movement. And he's only too happy to take that back. Sanchez. And it's Casemiro. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Bellingham. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Vietnam are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And it's Gravenberch. Nicked it back promptly. McKennie. Now, what about a counter-attack? Çalhanoğlu. And Gravenberch.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Now this could be a chance. Casemiro. And that's been intercepted. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Vietnam are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. And we're underway again. He's had it taken off him. Driving forward. So what can they make of this? Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Lamento informar, mas tudo aponta para que haja grande engarrafamento nos acessos que circulam o estádio logo após o apito final.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Gravenberg does really well to win the ball there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's...
Up he goes! And it's a goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's an imaginative pass. Çalhanoğlu is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
McKennie. Fofana promptly onto that, and that is that. A probing pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Indica. And the counter is on. Oh, Red, nice interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Quarter of an hour played.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a... Tries a shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter.
Terrific header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Defending was strong and firm. Passing is crisp and sharp. Haaland. Oh no, what has happened here? Çalhanoğlu. Cherki. 15 minutes till half-time. Great vision. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Mbappe. Cherki. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, sweet feet. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He'll fancy himself from here.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
Szoboszlai! Superb from Szoboszlai! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Haaland, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Mbappe. Çalhanoğlu. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Good ball, good take. Big chance! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by...
And a chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's half-time here.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Vietnam are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. That gets things going for the second half. Oh, they could be caught out here. Great ball, and he's in here. Real chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Bellingham clears it away. Might be danger here. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Now this could be a chance. He's picked his way through. Oh, what has happened here? Delivery, big header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe. Cherki. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Throw in. Nice looking ball. Konate gets over and intercepts. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Szoboszlai. He's found a way through. Good read, needed to be. O'Reilly. Almost an hour gone. Çalhanoğlu. Aimed beyond the defence. Goes for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição. O número 27.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Número 32.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Vão dar os seus lugares a...
He's in space and looking for options. He's got full. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Número 2.
Gravenberg. And he's hit it long. And it's Koundé. Passes short and sharp. Bellingham. Oh, this is a great position. And he welcomes it in. He's on it. Can he get away? And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Cherki, O'Reilly, and Cherki. Cherki picked out brilliantly, takes a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Cherki. This is promising. That's good running with the ball. Steaming on. And the shot! Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Mbappe. He's onside. Oh, that can he finish? Danger averted for now. Played into space.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Showing great feet there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he has shown him a yellow card.